one of the phenomenons of having a self-service product is you don't control who starts using your product and things like that. So, if you're selling into large companies, which many of us do, it's very, very common for people to independently and without knowledge of each other adopt your product, sometimes for the same use case, sometimes for completely different use cases. And it's a very powerful piece of leverage to come in as a seller and say, hey, you're actually potentially overspending. Maybe there's like efficiencies that you could gain by consolidating your workspace. Maybe there's some sort of governance and compliance concerns that like a central IT team might have around, the concept of like shadow IT, basically products being used in a way that's not compliant with their like internal policies. So you have a lot of leverage whether it's carrot or stick. Like you can go in as a seller and be like, hey, let's legitimize this a little bit. Oh, and by the way, that might include some sort of discount. That might include some sort of upgrade, and it's sort of like a net positive for both the customer and the vendor. So similar to upsell, like you can't rush this one. If you're trying to take all these sort of organic pockets of usage and immediately trying to make it into something big, you're going to kind of snuff out the fire before it even has a chance to catch on. So I think, again, like being thoughtful about what is sort of the minimum level of adoption or time that people need to sit with the self-service usage before you try and go in and turn it into something else is super important. I think that timeline is going to look very different for different companies.